Kejingilang kenhun Menteri Sarkar ke MDA-II ha ke janmit jong ke santari unai wing araja arpusau kala menjur ban pen kala Thymmai ya ke amendment jong ke Meghalaya Forensic Science Laboratory Rules araja arpuway na ke benta ban pen kha ya bon ki kam ha ke Mobile Forensic Crime Scene Unit. Haba pentep sekilat pathai kubor din kejingilang ubak polling do Menteri Badai Kemi Ikatanat Social Welfare bat undang ai keten ke Sarkar MDA-II ulaong. Baka kejingilang kala menjur ru ya kejing terwa ban don ya scientific officer senior scientific assistant but laboratory assistant habaro ki district Kajalla. Ulaong, bayakane la le namar ka crime scene detection kamdan satya ha ka service rules tat anda ka kenhun menteri kala wanra ya kani ka mat ha kani ka sengi. Habakali, Secretary Ketanat Home Police, uba Cyril V. Dingdo IAS, ulaong. Bakat kum ka Criminal Code Thymmai, ka BNSS usnam araja arpulai, ka kedo ya ka jingdon kamp, kat kum ka kendon 176 in bracket 3, jong ka BNSS yaki kat tu kat ni ki kambamman basyarkhay, ki kunhun toket mobile forensic ki hap badlet lum yaki sakhi satar.
We agreed to the Meghalaya Forensic Science Laboratory Service Rules 2021. And this involves the creation of the Mobile Forensic Crime Scene Unit, and Cabinet agreed to the creation of more posts in these Mobile Forensic Crime Scene Units, which will facilitate crime detection through mobile units, meaning officers will be equipped with vehicles, which will facilitate a faster detection of crimes. And we also agreed to the proposal to have scientific officers, senior scientific assistants, and laboratory assistants across all districts. This was necessitated in view of the fact that crime scene detection was not a component of the service rules until the Cabinet took up this matter today.
Forensics it's an ongoing thing. So forensic in fact is like this. As you are aware, from 1st July of this year we have the new Criminal Procedure Code, the BNSS of 2023. As per that act, there is a requirement under section 176(3) of the BNSS that for certain heinous crimes, mobile forensic investigators should go to the crime scene to collect forensic evidence. This is the requirement of the law. So to keep the requirement of the law, the government has sanctioned these posts much earlier. Recruitment process has started. And in fact, there was a requirement that the service rules have to be updated because there's a new division in the Forensic Science Directorate called Mobile Forensic Crime Scene Unit, which will manage this collection of forensic evidence at the ground level wherever the crime happens. So these posts are created for all districts. So this is the requirement of the law, and hence the Cabinet has approved the amendment to the service rules to include these new posts that have been created to the schedule of the mobile forensic crime, the mobile forensics, Meghalaya Forensic Service Rules for each district.
All districts will be covered.
The related question is, that shows that our crime scene investigation is not up to the mark.
No, that's not the point. Like I said, the law has come into force from 1st July, the new Criminal Procedure Code, which is now called the BNSS. You are all aware. Cabinet had approved this, and from 1st July onwards, the BNSS has come to force. The BNSS stands for the Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita of 2023. Now, as per 176(3) of the BNSS, this section provides that for every type of crime as defined in this section, the procedure of investigation is such that the Mobile Forensic Crime Scene Unit officers have to go to the crime scene to collect evidence, so that in the court of law tomorrow, the prosecution's case is much more strengthened because you're collecting evidence at the crime scene. Now the government has already sanctioned the creation of these posts, in fact in the month of July itself. And in fact the recruitment process has already been notified to the MPSC. Now there's a requirement to update the service rules because this new crime scene unit has now been created. So we need to add it to the Meghalaya Forensic Science Laboratory Service Rules of 2021. So this was an amendment that we brought to the service rules today, so as to incorporate this new unit called the Mobile Forensic Crime Scene Unit in accordance with the BNSS law, and keeping ourselves up to date. So in fact, the government in the Home Police Department is up to date so that, these officers are recruited at the earliest and the forensic evidence as per the BNSS is collected as per the due process of law.
It's an improvement of the existing infrastructure.
Yeah. The government has been taking steps over the past few years to ensure that the forensic science lab is fully up to date. For example, in June of last year, the government had upgraded the forensic science lab to a full-fledged directorate. I think some of you are aware. So we created a directorate under the Home Police Department. Earlier it functioned under the DGP office. With that, today we have said that these posts have already been created as per the law. And definitely, mobile vans also are being procured and some have already been procured. So this upgradation that you mentioned is a continuous process. There are many divisions in the forensic science lab in Shillong. And as and when the requirement of law is there, the recruitment will happen, the officers will be upgraded, their skills will be upgraded, and also obviously equipment will be procured from time to time. So although this is not related to today's cabinet agenda since you asked this question, this is an ongoing process and you can see from the steps taken by the government in the Home Police Department, these steps are ongoing and the process is ongoing and upgradation is a continuous process. So that we'll have to check. I don't have the full facts with me today as to what is the delay and if there's a delay, because we have a DNA unit also in the forensic science laboratory in Shillong. And if certain samples are sent outside, that might be the requirement of the law, right? It's not like the samples are always investigated here. For certain types of cases, samples are also sent to get further expert opinion, because obviously, as you understand, forensics is to build expert evidence so that the case is well prosecuted in the court of law. So those aspects we will examine and we will see, but I don't have the full facts as to this issue of delay, from where you are getting this fact that there's a delay.
Police are saying...
So we will examine it.
Yeah, there's always room for improvement. We will improve ourselves. Yes.
Habatin, pej bahagi kishab, kashab plus F.
Ka plus F?
Hakabam bangibam dunaki eki bataye kamet. Namar kata habathiru atau kau kamlu ka umpnyang kadut pej ya kashab plus F haka jingsom. Yaki nutrient kumki vitamin bat ka ayan la icon diat bat ka bathau bha kam khta ka dur jingki marbam ka jing mat lani ka rukom shed yaki balehi banai kita kadon ka we ka jing mentoy ba kongsan ka kot ka kia ka nutrition ba khambha ka jing im ba khambha pendon kam daki marbam madon ka sharp plus F menta kasni
Lawan Ra Shafi Lingba ko office jong Commissionerate of Food Safety Meghalaya.